Okay, hello. This is Bill, and I'm recording in Elizabethtown, North Carolina. I'm currently sitting at the back side of the E-Town Library. It's Veterans Day. I guess Veterans Day was actually yesterday, but this is Monday, Veterans Day, and I'm off from work at Fayetteville State, and I've sort of had a little mini adventure today. Oh, and by the way, I'm recording this directly to YouTube, and I'm using my Chromebook to do it. And the Chromebook is logged into the Linksys wireless that's available at the library here. I've used it before with the iPad, and also I just uploaded some photos that I took from using my phone, Android phone. And the little mini adventure or adventures, one, I came down 53 from Fayetteville, and that comes in on the north side of the Cape Fear, at I believe 701, where 701 crosses the two bridges at Elizabethtown, and right below those bridges are where the remains of the steamer Thelma are still there. They're going away fairly fast, but they're still, you can make out the hull of a boat. Well, anyway, I came there, and then I wanted to go around White Lake, but I thought, well, maybe I'll go down 53 a little bit, and I sort of had this idea that I wanted to see if I could find a way to get to Whitehall Landing, and I was pretty sure there, if there was a way there, it wasn't going to be paved. It was going to be one of these little dirt roads or gravel roads that are sometimes closed off during the year. And actually, I found a way down to Whitehall today and took some pictures. I first stopped at Singletary Lake State Park. That's a state-run park, and talked with the ranger there, Ricky Smith, and Ricky was very helpful today. I actually asked if I could see the Singletary State Park. The gate was closed off, and he said it was actually for groups to come and stay. They have camp facilities, and they have some nice facilities there. It's a little bit rustic, but if you've got a group of 20 or more, I think they can accommodate a group of 92 is the largest camp area. That's, I believe, Camp Ipecac. Interesting name. And then they've got a loblolly, which will accommodate, I believe, 45, maybe 49, 45, somewhere in there. I mean, you can check with them if you're interested. And I believe he said it was only about $100 a day. It's not for just one or two people. If you've got a group. But what's nice about it, got some cabins there with some, like bunk beds, and nothing fancy there. But it's got a nice little meeting area with tables and chairs you can set up, and it's got a commercial type kitchen, kitchen stove with the big commercial fans, and large freezer, ice chest. Got some dishes, nothing fancy, but got some dishes for you already there if you're interested. Got bathroom facilities for men and women with about 4 showers. I noticed, I looked at the men's, had about 4 showers, one handicap accessible, a handicap stall for bathroom, urinal, and a regular commode for men, and about 3 sinks. And that was, I guess that was the loblolly that I looked at. I had a volleyball net set up across the road. A nice little walking trail for a day or two, and the lake. Walked on down to the lake, and they've got canoes that you can use, but you have to have at least one person that is a licensed lifeguard to go with you if you're going to use the canoes. Singletary's a pretty good sized lake, but not that big. I mean, it'd be some good exercise rowing back and forth a few times or around it. Got a nice wharf that goes out. Got a swimming area. I didn't check with him, but I've got a feeling the water's not too deep. You know, I could tell that as I was walking out a good ways, I could still see the bottom, sort of a little bit root beer colored water. So very much enjoyed that. And in talking with him, here's another little tangent. There used to be a very tall radio tower, TV tower, couple of thousand feet, I don't know, thousands of feet maybe. It was tall, you could see it for miles. And back in the 60s and 70s, or at least in the 70s, when I was traveling back and forth, I have a story that I could tell you about that with Tracy and Jane, and having taken them and seems like one other person at least to some kind of youth event in Charlotte, I believe it was, and we were coming back at night, and it was real dark, and along this stretch of 53 there are no homes, or there weren't then, and you had this tall tower that you could see, but we were somewhere near that, no homes, and we started telling ghost stories or horror stories. And I happened to be driving somebody else's station wagon, I believe it was, and it had power windows. And so I had all the control to all 4 power windows over by my left hand as I'm driving. And we are all telling, and I started to make up this story about some kind of creature that used to live along this stretch of road, and that it would every once in a while attack and just take people out of the car. And so I get this story going pretty well, and then at some point I take my fingers on all 4 window levers and I push them down at the same time, and the wind just, I mean, it's dark, and all of a sudden the wind just rushes in from all 4 sides, and they all scream. It was great. It was great fun. So anyway, that's a tangent, but what I was going to say is the tower's not there anymore, and they actually came in and demolished it, you know, used dynamite or whatever kind of explosives they used to bring it down, and they actually have video online which I could go back and see, but it happened to be the WECT Channel 6 TV out of Wilmington, and I don't think I knew that's what it was, but it was a tall tower. I remember going by just a few years, within the last couple of years, and looking way up at it, and you had these long guy wires that went way on out and had these gigantic, I believe it was concrete anchor, is, you know, way away from the actual tower. And I remember thinking, boy, that would be scary to have to that would be scary